Welcome back.
Welcome back.
This is your boy LG.
It's your boy 𝕋𝕙𝕒𝕟𝕜, man. You know how we rocking.
And we got our co-host over there, Stacy. How you doing tonight?
I'm great. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Glad to have everyone back for another episode of Waves of Wisdom.
Let's get it cracking, man.
Today's theme is why struggles teach you more than success. And the wave of wisdom is you have to be able to endure today's pain to reap tomorrow's victories.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Now, what was a time or a failure or a low point that ended up becoming a turning point that turned into success for you guys?
Ooh.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Now, I got a couple, though.
Okay. Go ahead and kick it off. What's the thing that turned to success? All right, I'm thinking one.
You know, a low point was, I was trying to figure it out, man. Like, if I didn't stop selling drugs or just, doing the not right stuff, I wouldn't benefit from it until I made my mind up that I had to change my path, and me changing my path going on the opposite route, I really found that's how I found myself when I found boxing. And
go ahead.
And
I got a question. Go ahead.
And the turnaround was crazy because I thought that wasn't a route for me, but once I did it, it elevated me to the next level. And that's why I'm here to this day, could talk about it, because if it wasn't that, I wouldn't be in a position and accomplish the things that I did in my life, right now.
So you feel like that was, in your mind, that was the only way that you could make a large amount of money quickly?
Yeah, living, yeah.
Okay. And then you found boxing, you were like, man, I can make even more money in even less time.
But the turning point was changing my surrounding, changing myself, going in the opposite direction, because what I was doing before, it was nothing good. So I figured, like, okay, once I do that now and make the change, everything changed for me in my life. But me thinking about that back then, I was like, man, it's not gonna work, bro.
So you feel like that was your failure, like doing the stuff you wasn't supposed to be doing?
Yes.
That was like failed yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I didn't know.
Right.
Until I made that switch.
What was your question, LG?
No, I was just about to say, like, was there any guidance you got, when you failed? So if you had your failure that turned out to be successful, was there any guidance along the way?
No, the only guidance I had was doing the wrong thing. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
So like your consequences or your repercussions from doing the wrong thing?
Right.
Is that what you're talking about?
Okay. Hit me with the question so I can make sure I'm on topic.
All right. So what was a failure or like a low point in your life that actually became the turning point, that actually kind of turned into success?
Right. I mean, I got a couple, but I think some people can relate, not all. But going to school, I was just going to school, messing around, going to class every day. No, I was going to class. I mean, I may have slept in a little bit, but going to class. But I got on academic probation.
Okay.
One semester.
So you were slacking.
Female.
No.
Shorty.
It was just
parties.
Parties, just a lot going on. But that's when I was getting into my major, so you get the little, classes get a little tougher than the JITs or whatnot. But I got on academic probation, and I had to leave that semester as well because tuition was too expensive. I was staying like a dorm by myself, so I came back home. So to me, the failure was that I didn't get kicked out, but I had to leave school NIU because it was cost too much, and I was on academic probation, so I stopped going for a semester. So that was kind of my lowest turning point, just because I had to really realize, okay, like, do I really want to go back to school?
Right.
Cut my losses and whatnot, or do I don't leave on a failure, go back and really try harder, you know what I'm saying? So I think that gave me my wake up call in life. It's like if you really want something, you gotta go get it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And when things happen to you, try to leave on a win, not a loss. So I end up obviously during that whole semester paying that tuition off that old. And what really got me to go back is because I was working 2 jobs at the time, and then another guy, excuse me, his name was Greg. I was delivering pizzas or whatnot, homemade pizza, but his name was Greg, and he was telling me, like, he was always pushing me, like, you better go back, you better go back. I don't want to see you next semester, you better go back. And I'm like, how you telling me to go back when you over here, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
got your
yeah.
own stuff going on, but I didn't understand it now, but he was pushing me because, like,
He didn't want you in.
He let himself down.
In his.
Yeah.
He didn't want you in his situation.
He's seen something that I didn't see in myself,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, so,
or he looked at you how the position that you were gonna be in, that's the position that he should be in, but
Right.
he didn't go. Somebody didn't push him how he's gonna push
Right.
you to
Yeah.
to become like
Uh-huh.
what you need to become. So
Yeah.
he saw what you didn't see in yourself. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
and I got that later on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the time, it was just like,
yeah.
I got a lot going on, you know what I'm saying? My wife was here in Evanston right now, so I'll be leaving her again. So it was a lot at that time. But again, I need that fairy mode because that changed my thought process of how I, challenges and whatnot. So long story short, I ended up going back, and I think that was probably my best semester back because I think I got that semester like a 4.2 or something like that.
Oh,
You know
okay,
what I'm
all
saying?
right.
Like that was
Overachiever now.
You was greedy.
that was my best semester.
You
After
was
that, I
greedy.
probably like averaged back out or whatnot.
Yeah.
But it was like I'm going back. I gotta go hard. So,
Yeah, yeah.
but yeah, that was pretty much how I feel turned to be successful.
Yeah, so sometimes pain orchestrates victories. Sometimes you
Mhm.
have to go through some stuff in
Right.
order to, get to the top or get to where you need to go. You
Right.
need to kind of feel what it's like to, if I don't do this, if I
Yeah.
don't get there, this is the life that I'm going to live. And a little taste of that might wake up a lot of people.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Why do you guys think that people often grow more during difficult times than they do during easy ones?
Because sometimes, you got to bump your head to figure it out. It's kind of like my son. Stop jump on the couch. Stop jumping on the couch.
Mm-hmm.
But when he, fall off that couch, he like, okay, now I see why. So
Right.
it's just sometimes you got to bump your head to understand. That's life trials and tribulations anyway. Like, people can tell you as much as they want, but like, until you get in that,
you have to go through it.
Yeah,
Right.
you got to go through it.
Yeah, lots of times I feel like, people have to get into a jam in order to, kind of see the entire picture.
Right.
Or what it could be. Or sometimes when you get in jams, you find out who your true friends or family is. So sometimes
True.
there's a lot of lessons wrapped in failures that if that didn't happen, you would never know.
Yeah.
You might not know how to get out of a situation.
Right.
You might not know how to do workarounds or troubleshoot. And through those lessons, they can help you in other areas of your life.
Yeah.
Right? I was watching it was like a little video online, and it was some celebrity, I forgot who it was, and he was talking about his son. And his son was calling him because his car was about to run out of gas. I guess he was on some highway or something. His car was going to run out of gas. And his dad was just like, okay, just, get off the highway and go get some gas. He's like, I can't go get gas because I don't have my credit card and I don't have any cash on me.
That's an old trick.
So he really didn't have any money on him.
Okay.
So his dad was like, okay, well, just get to a gas station. When you get to a gas station, call me. I'll come, or what? I might be butchering the story. I don't really remember it, but basically he was saying he was gonna call him back, and he was like, I can't call you back because my phone is on 1%. And as soon as he said it was 1%, his phone died.
He had a lot going on.
So he didn't have no gas, no money, no phone.
Right.
And his dad knew, I guess, what highway he was on, but he didn't know anything else.
Yeah.
So he's talking to his wife, and he's trying to figure out what to do because they can't find him. They wouldn't even be able to locate the phone. He would just be stranded.
Right.
Right. And while they're contemplating, trying to figure out what to do, he finally decided, like, you know what, I'm just gonna go drive on the highway and go see if I can find him. And because they were, I guess they were trying to figure out if they just leave him, let him figure it out, and learn his lesson. And then, you know, they decided to go get him. Okay. And just as they were about to go get him, he pulls into the driveway, and he was upset because out of all that, his son learned nothing. So now he thinks that it's okay to have your car's on E. It's okay to have 1%. It's okay to be out of money and running around with no money, and everything will be just fine.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I get it. I mean, just from a dad perspective, sometimes, I mean, I sit there and let my son struggle a little bit to build some character. You know what I'm saying? Just to see if he can figure it out. Even when he asks, like, you can do it. You know, even if I think he may not be able to do it, but I want him to kind of figure it out and figure out what he can do. So,
right.
Yeah, so I think that struggle is just something that, you know, we got to go through to really understand and be appreciative.
Right.
You know?
For me, I think you know, like, it depends, because some people don't make it back out of the struggle. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you can't deal with it.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's cool and dandy on the surface level, but some struggle, bro, is no returning from. So once you get in there, it ain't no coming out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like trouble as in a gang. You know what I'm saying? You want to hit, get killed. What's the lesson you learn from that? You dead. You know what I'm saying? Probably your peers or your family learn a lesson, but you dead though. So, you know, it just comes with on the territory where you choose. You know what I'm saying? That's why, you know, everything, you can't take things for granted.
Right.
What you do, you have to always have appreciation of everything, the good and the bad, because sometimes, man, the bad don't work out as just to become good. So, you know, we just have to pick our battles, bro. You know, so that's what I have to say with that one.
No, I mean, just what you said. Some people struggle and they don't come back, and I feel like that's real, because you see some people kind of going down the wrong road, or you know what I'm saying, just slowly depreciating, just like, you know,
take them out, bro.
Take them out, and I mean, that's life. You know what I'm saying? You want to help a lot of people, but you know, some people you can't help, or you try to help and they just not getting it. You know, they like to dwell in their misery. So, man, you know, this life ain't easy.
No,
how it go? Life be lifing sometimes.
Be lifing.
So
I think struggle also kind of exposes your weaknesses.
It does.
Because if you just continuously
in your strength too.
Yeah, in your strengths too. But now you know what you need to focus on. So the theme was, why does struggle teach you more than success? So going back to that theme, it's going to teach you more because you're going to learn what your weaknesses are, what you need to build on, what you need to grow, right?
Yeah.
Because if you're good at something, you don't really need to improve on that.
Yeah.
Although there's always room for improvement. Yeah. What you need to improve in life is your weaknesses.
Yeah. Some people, just gifted too. So they don't struggle like other people. But I feel like to truly be successful, you have to struggle.
You have to struggle, yeah.
You know, and we're not talking about, you know, if your parents give you this and give you that. I'm just talking about if you self-made, you know, you really, and you want to hit a certain bar, you have to struggle to get there.
No, I'll be the bad guy for this, bro, because I say I have to.
You have to struggle.
No, not mean you have to. No, you don't have to struggle. You have difficulties, but not struggle. Depends on what type of struggle you're talking about.
Okay, there's levels. I can see that.
Yeah, levels. So you have to break it down. When you say on a whole struggle, that means it could be what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying?
You got a person that you know successful that haven't struggled?
No, I didn't say see the levels. I'm saying he went through difficulties.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But what type of struggle? You know what type of hardship? What type of
know what I'm saying? Physical.
You know what I'm saying? So some sort of something have to restraint you from, it can't be so peaches and cream. You have to have some restraint. So I'm saying restraint, as in even my son. People say, "Oh, Nate, oh you so rough on him. You so rough on him." But I understand. I know the capability that he has, and I know that what this world is going to put you in. So I'm 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 giving them some like scenarios, bro, to see. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you have to. It's in us, but you have to draw it out. Everything that we want and what we gonna become, it's already built in us, bro. I don't care what they talking about. It's in us. It's you as a parent, or you know what I'm saying, or a loved one to pull it out.
Yeah.
Pull it out. Keep on pulling it out. Keep on pulling it out. Keep on working at it. Keep on fixing it. And in due time, it's gonna manifest. You know what I'm saying? Grow and take root. But we have to realize that that's our job as parents. You know what I'm saying? Or loved ones. Right. So that friend or family and so forth. Yeah.
I get you. I'm rocking with it.
Yeah. It also humbles you. Struggles will humble you.
No. Some people went through that struggle and they come out different. You'll be like, oh my goodness,
well, I just
bro.
feel like they're just bitter,
No. Some people go through that struggle. Okay, bam. I'll give you.
And they more confident.
I'll give you an explanation. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? I did something. I went to jail. You know what I'm saying? Went through my struggle and did it hard. Come out. I thought I learned my lesson. I'll be like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't none of that. No. I come out and be like, okay.
He was more macho.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah, that's true.
And I've been there before. That ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? This world is mine. I got shot. Now come out. Okay. I'm not gonna be around no bad stuff.
Yeah.
This man come out. He's bulletproof vest like 50 Cent.
Yeah. So you could go either way.
Yeah, it can go either way.
Some people do feel like oh, I got shot. Nothing can kill me. I'm hard body. Okay, so do you guys feel that consistent success without any struggles has any meaning to you? Like, is it meaningful? I'll give you an example. So I've always been really good at starting IVs, just naturally good. The first IV I ever started, I got it. And then I switched hospitals. I started working in the city, and the patients were a little bit more sicker, so we have some dialysis patients, and then we also encountered some drug addicts. So their veins are blown, like they're just hard to find. They're just, some of them don't work, and it kind of struck me a little bit, like dang, kind of shook my confidence a little bit, and I was like, man, I'm usually good at this. And it was almost a little bit embarrassing. One time I had a drug addict tell me, like, oh, no, baby, I could do it. Just give me the needle.
Right.
I was like, what? So I feel like once I started to build my confidence again and I started to get those hard sticks and get those IVs, it actually was more meaningful to me. My wins without any struggle kind of felt empty. I was like, they didn't mean anything to me anymore. But I didn't realize that it wasn't until I went through the struggle and then I came back.
Right.
That I was like, just those wins after the struggle just held more weight in my life.
Yeah.
So do you have any experience like that? Do you feel like success without struggles, is it empty to you, or what is it?
Tell the truth, I don't like it. I don't like going through
the struggle.
I
don't think nobody wants.
No, even when I look back, when I look forward now, I'm like, man, thank God. But remember, that's why I don't like when people say, I want to go back to, my teenager years. I was like, not me. I don't want to go back there because the struggle with that, I don't want to go back there. So
you're grateful for the easy successes?
No, not easy success. You know what I'm saying? I'm just grateful that I don't want to go through it. I don't want to think about it again. Because that's why me as an advocate for like the youngins, like, man, if I could like steer you in a certain way, I don't have to go through that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're gonna go through something, but you will learn a little bit, so you just maneuver yourself, man. It's a better road for you, man. Like, go through the full blown like trials and tribulation.
It is much better, I would say, to learn from somebody else's mistakes. I I would much rather be a first-hand witness
Right.
than to have to go through it myself.
Yeah.
So that's the best way I feel like people could learn. Ultimately, somebody has to suffer, though, right?
Yeah.
Somebody got to go through it in order to be the lesson.
Yeah.
But what do you feel like, LG? Do you feel like?
I mean, I think the struggle is just more rewarding. Just to put it in basketball terms, if you always win in and you make it to the championship, yeah, it's good, but like you don't really know yourself or know your game. But when you lose that championship, you learn your players, you learn your game, and then when you win it again, it's just more rewarding. It feels like you accomplished something. So I mean, yeah, I don't want to struggle, but you know, when I am struggling for whatever situation it is, you don't enjoy the process at the moment, but after, you know, we able to breathe a little bit, it's more rewarding.
It is more rewarding.
I think it's needed for everybody.
Yeah. So back to the wave of wisdom. The wave of wisdom is you have to be able to endure today's pain to reap tomorrow's victories. So not all the time, but lots of times you have to go through some stuff in order to be successful, right? And I feel like that failure it humbles you. It can build confidence. It makes the win more meaningful.
Right.
Okay, it's time for the funny part of the show where we ask the goofy question. If struggle was a person, what kind of roommate would they be?
What? Struggle was a person, what kind of roommate? I'm gonna have to go. We dropping names? Yeah,
we dropping names. It don't have to be like a name. Like it could be a name if you want it to be. Like for me, if struggle was a person, what kind of roommate it would be? It would be like the one that don't do the dishes. They just messy, just never have the kitchen organized. You're just struggling. You're just struggling to keep it together.
Okay.
You know?
I'm gonna say it's if y'all remember the TV show 101 with Flex Washington. He had a neighbor named Dwayne, but he was always at the crib. Always asking for money, always getting into trouble, always just doing stupid stuff. So if struggle is a person, they'll just be the silly person asking for money, always trying to get my gems. But when it matter, they always gonna be there, and they always gonna have something profound to say to kind of keep you moving forward and giving the best advice. They'll get you in trouble, but they're gonna keep you on your toes and give you the best advice.
Oh, they most definitely gonna keep you on your toes. Oh, yeah. Okay, Nate. So it's your turn now. If struggle was a person, what kind of roommate would they be?
Dun, dun, dun. What kind of roommate they will be? Oh no. Let me see. I don't want them to be.
Yeah, I mean, like struggle is usually frustrating. Nobody wants to go through it. It's annoying. So, what type of roommate would you find annoying?
A lazy roommate that don't want to do anything.
Don't want to do the dishes.
No, don't want to do it. Like he don't want to do nothing. All he want to do is clean up his little area and leave the whole house dirty. Like, bro, we live in the same house. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, if somebody come here, they're not gonna know that's your part over there, or that's my dresser drawer. They're gonna say I'm dirty too. So that's the roommate I wouldn't want to have, a messy, dirty one. Only particular pay attention to his area.
Oh, so what you saying? You trying to say you want somebody to clean up your mess?
No, I'm talking. No,
I'm just kidding.
No, we live there as a team. We have to work as a team.
Right. So common areas. If it's the living room or if it's the kitchen, pitch in. Somebody that pitches in.
Yeah, not just your bed you spreading up. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. Somebody that helps out. So if struggle was a person for you, it would be that person that don't pitch in.
Yeah, don't pitch in. No, laziness.
Okay, yeah, I got you. Yeah, I wouldn't want that either. Who would want that? We live in the same house. We doing the same things.
No, I'm just.
You sound like a donkey. All right, that about wraps things up for today. Thank you guys for riding the waves with us. We hope you enjoyed the show. Before you go, make sure you hit that like, comment, share, or subscribe button. And keep chasing the tides of knowledge. Catch y'all on the next wave.
Boom!